Chipotle's third quarter results coming in just below expectations. Revenue and same-store sales are falling a bit short, following a string of winning quarters. Taking a look at the stock right now, you're looking at shares off nearly 7% in early trading. The burrito chain seeing costs tick up, partially due to higher prices for avocados and also dairy. Joining us now, we want to bring in Chipotle's new CFO, Adam Reimer, and we're also joined by Yahoo Finance's executive editor, Brian Sozzi. Great to have both of you. Adam, let's talk about this most recent quarter. You're taking a look at the trends. They do look overall healthy, just given the macro environment, yet you are seeing that disappointment play out on the street right now with shares off just about 7%. I'm curious what you think the street might be missing here in this quarter that you are encouraged about.
Yeah, we had a really strong quarter. And so as everyone knows, we started off in the quarter a little bit soft because of the summer seasonality that we pointed out. But we saw nice steps up in August, and also September. As school kind of started to come back into session, we had a really successful launch of brisket. And then that trend has continued into October. So we're really excited about the trend that we're on right now.
So Adam, it's Brian, good to see you here. So a little bit of a brisket bounce. How much supply do you have for brisket and what's next in terms of new product introductions?
Yeah, our supply for brisket is looking really, really good. We're going to get through the end of the year without a problem. And so we've been able to secure, with the help of our supply chain team, a really healthy supply. And then what's coming up next, we haven't exactly said. We are very excited about Chipotle honey chicken being tested in Sacramento as well as Nashville. That made it successfully out of the stage gate process, so it's potentially on deck for another LTO, but we haven't made the decision on what will be coming up in the spring at this point.
Do you, since Brian, I think Brian Niccol, now former CEO over at Chipotle, he was very focused on methodically rolling out new items. Do you feel more pressure to speed up the process? I mean, you're the new CFO, you have a new interim CEO at the helm there, or do you stay disciplined on some of the just the practices that Brian put into place?
Yeah, we absolutely stay disciplined. And I kind of like this pattern that we're on of an LTO in the spring as well as one in the fall that really aligns well with our marketing as well, when everyone is really in tune with TV and the ability to have a really good splash on those. So we're going to stay disciplined. We're going to stay disciplined, especially on the stage gate process, and continue to work with that strategy in the coming years.
Adam, to what extent are you seeing any signs of consumer stress right now, especially as you think about some of the quick service restaurants that are out there, or even fast casual, that are trying to moderate their prices lower or just put value into some of their existing menu items as well? And how are you thinking about that at Chipotle?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have tremendous value at Chipotle. And so as we've seen some of the QSRs and others really go into value, we haven't seen any impact in our business. So we've been pretty broad-based across all income cohorts, and our trends really haven't been affected by it. And we've also been able to maintain a really good growth in market share year over year. So I think people come to Chipotle for what it is that we offer, which is premium ingredients at a really fair price point.
Adam, you just mentioned stability across all income growth cohorts there. Are you seeing growth across all of those?
Yeah, absolutely. Growth across all of them, and that's what's contributing to our positive transactions right now.
You got and then, of course, Scott Boatwright, interim CEO, are following some OGs, some real heavyweights. Of course, Jack Hartung, former CFO, he's still with the company. But how are you two both going to lead the company differently? And how might your leadership look a little bit different than the people that you're replacing?
Yeah, so Scott, as you guys have known, been with the company for about 7 years. I've been closer to about 16 years. And I've been really fortunate to have Jack as my mentor during that time. So I think you're going to see more of the same from a financial standpoint. We have an amazingly strong balance sheet, amazing economic model. We're able to invest in these premium ingredients, yet really have an accessible price point. And so I think you're going to see a lot of the same continue because the strategy is working. And it's been a really successful run up until this point.
Are you still on track to open, more than 300 restaurants next year? And how many of those will have drive-thrus?
Yeah, so next year we've given guidance that we're going to open between 315 and 345 new restaurants, of which at least 80% will have the Chipotlanes.
Adam, what are you seeing just in terms of the performance of those Chipotlanes versus the more traditional stores?
Yeah, absolutely. They continue to outperform. Sales are a little bit higher. Margins are even higher. And so therefore, the cash-on-cash returns are higher. And what's amazing about it is the digital mix is shifting away from delivery and more towards order ahead. So people really love the convenience that the Chipotle offers.
Adam, I'm continuously blown away by these robots that you guys are really experimenting with at Chipotle here. Avocado was, I think, the newest one back in September that you had rolled out. How many human touch positions do you anticipate could be revamped or replaced by things like artificial intelligence or, in this case, just robots?
Yeah, I look at it less as, human touch and more about different procedures that we're doing in the back of the house to really make the job more desirable for our crew, improve our culinary. So, for example, with the produce slicers that Scott mentioned, it's going to help us have more consistent cut sizes, different things like that. And really what it's going to also do is drive efficiencies within our restaurant. So it's really a win-win across the board.
Do you see that ever coming to the front line where I'm speaking to a real human and I'm begging them, Adam, for just more chicken, just a little bit more chicken?
They're giving it.
Am I going to have to negotiate
$7 more?
Do I need to negotiate with a robot in the future?
Definitely not. On the front line, we are going to keep it Chipotle. We love the experience of going through the front line, interacting with the humans, seeing the food in front of you. So I don't think you're going to see that change anytime soon.
Adam, we've had some good-natured fun with Jack and Brian in the past, and we'll carry on that tradition to you. I mean, look at this new Chipotle costume for Halloween. I think you need to deal with the spirit of Halloween. So my question to you is, are you and Scott going to go visit stores and then wearing that outfit? I mean, obviously the employees couldn't see you. I mean, is that really you in that costume?
It is not me. It would be a little slimmer if it were me. However, yeah, that actually sounds like a plan. Actually, my son asked me the other day what I'm going to be for Halloween. I was like, I'm going to bring home one of those costumes. And unfortunately, we're going trick-or-treating together with me in one of those. So the neighborhood will have a good time with that.
Well, welcome to Yahoo Finance. And we got the new CFO, Chipotle. He's crunching those numbers, driving quarterly results, and also out there dressed up like a bag for Halloween.
What more could you
love
want?
this guy. I mean, this is good. Welcome to the squad.
Yeah, Adam,
Thank you, bro.
that'd be a totally new take on Undercover Boss here. Adam Reimer, who's the Chipotle CFO, and Yahoo Finance's Brian Sozzi. Thanks so much for taking the time.